Welcome back, you guys. You just read Lego Larceny. So when the word Lego comes to mind, you might think of those little blocks. You might have these nice memories of your childhood, building little houses and making little villages and whatnot. You might also have memories of leaving these blocks around and stepping on them and the pain that comes from stepping on the Lego.
I think my mom has that memory.
It's really etched into us, that pain. But many enthusiasts from childhood until now, they continue playing with them or collecting them. So these days, the popularity I don't think it has ever gone away. Many people keep that excitement and that love for building and collecting, and so even until now they have been continuing with new Lego sets. Lego just keeps making Legos for everything. They even have their movies. I believe 2 Lego movies have come out. They were really good. And so because of their popularity, and also they're also quite expensive. They've gone up since I can remember. The price has gone up, and people are still willing to pay these prices. However, there are some people that are not willing to pay these prices, and they'll go a different route, and this is where the Lego Larceny comes in. Legos are quite small, and when you go to a Lego store, you can find a lot of different Lego pieces, individual pieces, or the little tiny bags or boxes that contain maybe like some special Legos that you may need. Yeah, or figurines. Of course, there are the big model sets, but there are also smaller sets. And they have become a soft target for many people to come and steal them and resell them. And it's like an immediate thing. They steal them and then they sell them online. And usually some unsuspecting people, they will be complicit in this crime because they buy them off of these sellers. Now, of course, not all the Legos that are being sold online are stolen goods, but if you see one person selling their Legos and they're selling them again and again, and they come in unopened packages and at a ridiculously nice low price, you might start to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, where did this come from?
Yeah, so that's what was happening, and a lot of these like Walmart and Target, they were trying to help the police, trying to let them know like what was going on, and they need to catch these thieves, and not only the thieves but the online sellers that were feigning like ignorance, like, oh, we didn't know where this came from. Not only that, the people that were stealing the Legos and then reselling them to these other big sellers online, they were using the money for drugs. And so it's a whole thing, and they've been trying to stop it. And I mean, it's kind of sad because if you think about it, like maybe you really like Legos, but you don't have the money to go spend on such extravagant amounts on these Lego and these tiny little pieces. It's nice to be able to get it online for a cheaper price, but you never know where it's coming from. So it's good to see these patterns and try to make some good decisions about where you're getting your Legos, no matter how much you like them.
Yeah, resale prices are usually a lot higher for things like that. So if you see someone selling it for way less,
it should raise some alarms.
Yeah, right.
People just turn a blind eye and they're like, oh, I want my Lego set.
Yeah, they feign ignorance just because they want to get a bargain.
Right. So what is the most interesting thing you've ever seen made with Lego blocks?
Honestly, countless things. But when I was younger, I really loved Harry Potter, and someone built Hogwarts. Like before the Lego set for Hogwarts was
in the market?
Introduced to the market, someone took the time and built a giant Hogwarts out of Lego. That was by far the coolest thing I think I've ever seen someone make. But the ability of people to recreate paintings, famous paintings, like Starry Night by Van Gogh, there's now a Lego set for that too. But before that, someone created it. And really awesome. People are endlessly creative.
Yeah.
How about you?
I used to follow this YouTuber that was a Lego enthusiast, and they had a whole room in their house. It was actually their basement, and then they transform it just to keep adding to their Lego city, village, town, world.
Wow.
And every video, it was just like, oh, this commenter suggested that we add this part of the city, like a beach or this part or a park, and they just kept growing and growing and growing, and they just kept adding tables. And
I wonder if they've moved to a bigger house.
I don't know how they'd be able to move all of that, but yeah, it was really
right.
interesting. So I thought that was amazing because they had every Lego piece. Like they would ask them, like, do you have a sombrero hat? And they're like, yes, we do. Do you have a pig with a popsicle? And then they're like, yes, we do. They had everything.
Wow.
So it was quite impressive.
That's real dedication to the Lego.
Oh, why do you think that Lego blocks have so much for artistic expression?
I think just because they're so simple, kind of. They're like paint for an artist. You have this very basic tool, and then you do something amazing with it. So I think you're only as creative as your imagination will allow you to. So when you
then it just reminds me when I couldn't build anything.
It's supposed to be a positive thing.
Like I'm limited.
No, you're endless. I think. So yeah, because everything is so small, you have these tiny little cylinders, squares, triangles, clear things. On their own, they don't mean anything, but I think a really creative person can look at this and think, oh, that reminds me of so and so. This could be like a block of jelly, like that kind of thing. So it's just your imagination.
Yeah, it's like a blank canvas for painters. It's just a different medium. And yeah, like how you said, there's so many different parts of Lego, so it's not just your regular block. There's so many different colors. There's wheels. There's like little attachments, levers, even buttons, and you'll find everything and anything. So
some of the kits themselves are like that. Have you seen the cherry blossom tree?
Yeah.
The flowers aren't flowers, they're frogs. If you look closely at the cherry blossom tree, they're pink frogs. So whoever thought of that? Great.
That's a
You
brilliant.
can have a frog tree.
We hope you enjoyed this article, and please try to use the vocabulary in your daily life, and we'll see you in the next one.
Narrative.
Narrative.
Autobiographical.
Autobiographical.
Secondary market.
Secondary market.
Unload.
Unload.
Feign ignorance.
Feign ignorance.